Hello, my name is Jay Bergeron, and this is my introduction to my leading video for my master's degree program in educational administration. My leading video is going to be covering the PLC that we're going to be doing in the high school grade span for our SBS scores that we just received a couple of weeks ago. In that PLC, we're going to be talking about our SBS scores 2 years ago, which is 93.8. We're going to be talking about last year's score, which is 88.3, and this year's score, which is 79, and why there's a steady decline over the last few years. Our parish or district as a whole is an A parish. One of the schools is a pretty good A school. The other two are high B school, and we're a C school. That's also going to come up in the discussion. In talking about the scores, we're going to be talking about why it's come down and some ideas about what we can do to get our score back up to where it previously was and possibly beat that score to where we are ourselves an A school. Talk about our three scores, actually our four scores that make up the SPS scores, which are our ACT scores, the EOC or end of course scores, which are our lowest, our graduation rate, and our graduation index. Graduation index being the score that we get according to how strong our diplomas are that we're putting out every year. The next thing we're talking about is the fact that our SPS scores aren't quite accurate. The state did not recognize our graduation rate or graduation index because we only graduated 9 students out of the high school last year. The state of Louisiana only recognizes 10 or more graduates. So our graduation index, which is a 88.9, and our graduation rate, 97.2, were not counted. We're not calculated in our SPS score at all. With those calculated, our score is actually 89.3, which is actually an increase over last year. So there is some good news going forward in talking about our SPS scores. The main thing that we're going to focus on in this PLC will be our EOC scores. Our EOC scores average out to a 57, which is really low. It's the main thing that's dragging our scores down. So what we're going to talk about is what classes it's down in, the EOC scores are down in, why they're down in those areas, and what we can do to fix those scores. And I'm gonna kind of poll and ask the high school teachers that are in the PLC for ideas moving forward, what we can do as teachers to actively engage those students in each of those EOC classes, and what we can do in our RTI program to assist those just below average and just right at average students to get to excel and to become a higher achieving student to help us on our EOC scores. All right, that's what my PLC is going to be about. I'm looking for some good feedback. I'm looking to from the high school teachers. I'm looking to utilize my time well. And utilize my presentation that I've created for it. Implement all three of those things and go together, and hopefully get some positive feedback and get some ideas about what we can do about our EOC scores, and ultimately what we can do to improve our SPS scores. All right.